What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. I'm not going to tarry too long. I have things to do, places to go, and things to see. So go ahead and get your water, get your wine, and whatever it is that you're sipping. Get it and bring it close. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably giggling at the thumbnail. That's fine. It wouldn't be ordinary if you didn't. Shouts out to everyone that is part of the warrior community on our social media platforms, IG, Twitter, I don't know, all of those. Alright, I appreciate you all for hanging in there, sticking in there with me. So I'm not going to take too long. I have things to do, like I said. We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. This tea talk topic is very interesting because we had a doubt fire over in our warrior community. If you're interested in that, you're always invited. Down below you will find all of those details for that. We were having a little conversation over there in the warrior community. And so it was a very reflective conversation, a reflective tea talk, because it's a tea talk I think we haven't had yet. It's going to plus or minus some story time, but needless to say, I think it's a conversation that's actually going to help keep us on track. Okay, now I don't care if it's National Geographic or grade school. Everybody flocks to a certain type, you know. Flocks to a certain type, and typically within that type, the reason why they conjugate together is because there's a like-mindedness that draws people together, that attracts people to them, you know. And when I think about that, we have to think further than that. Once we accomplish finding folks that can like support what we're looking to do. A lot of times people reach their own relational cap when they make it something amongst man to define them, to get them going. It's like they're giving their motivation the wrong types of sugars and wanting the same result, getting ahead. Well, I mean, it all can be sweet, but that doesn't mean the calorie intake is the same. That's all I'm saying. Everything has its own float. Everything has its own motion of the ocean. We can't put it amongst people to define that for us, especially if all of our journeys and all of our paths are to be different. You know, we can all say, yes, we're on the journey, we're doing this, we're doing that, but I'm pretty sure there's some folks out here that's full-on sprinting versus them understanding that this is a marathon. So you starting off like Joe Flo and Wilma Rudolph, and yet you out here, you know what I'm saying, just about ready to pass out like a preacher to put hands on you by checkpoint time. We have to understand, you know, you're not going to get there any faster, or it's not going to take less time if you pay attention to what you're doing versus trying to make a decision for everybody but you to get to where you need to be. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. You know, everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own path, and our decisions help define that. But when we're in these groups of like-minded people, we feel like because these are people that have kind of the same personality traits and attractions as I do, now I feel like I'm amongst people in my own league. No, you're not. You're not. You're just amongst people that are trying to get to where you are. It's just as if like there was to, you chop off the head, everything else is slow to decay. It's the same thing with lions and lioness. You go ahead, you take out the male, what happens? Another male tiger is going to come in and try to have reign. It's the same thing when it comes to us being amongst these like-minded people, and then it's time for you to elevate, and these motherfuckers don't want to accept that they can't go with you. Did you hear what I said earlier? You can be in a group with people that have the same attractions and the same mindedness, but that does not mean you all are going to be going down the same path. It's when the like-minded person is also determined and they're motivated to not allow the people around them limit them for being able to persevere. They're going to get upset. They're going to get upset because they're not on board, they're not coming with you, and they don't know what it is that took for you to be able to be on your way out to the next level. So that's what we need to talk about with this tea talk. I think it's a very refreshing topic to talk about, and nonetheless, it's 3 easy things when it comes to keep in mind when it comes to a point that you're amongst prides and groups and alliances and crowds and people who pretty much they see a little bit of them in you, and this is why we have friends. If you ever think about it, I just thought about it, that's all. If you think about it, but at the same time, all of us are doing different things. Some people find more success in having a family. Some people find more success in having business and, building their own foundation. But that does not mean just because we're friends, we're going to go down the same path. All right? So we got to keep in mind that though we're friends and we're amongst the same circle, that does not mean that we all are one and the same people. Focus on your own. So first thing is first, don't be upset that you don't have. Sometimes it's a gift and a curse to have everything, and sometimes it's just great for you to be humble with what you got. I mean, that's the best way I could put it to you, because if you could be humble with what you have, it won't be no time at all before you get and accumulate a little bit more of what you want. Sometimes you got to make practice for it to actually be somewhat of a pattern. And with patterns is structure. And structure is discipline. And discipline will allow you to experience a lot of life. You don't always be looking from side to side. Your peripherals to make sure that you keep clear. Number 2, don't treat others indifferent just because they got it, bitch. I can't stand that. Stop it. Because understand, if they're blessed enough to receive that, how close is God to you to touch one of your friends and to give them what they asked for, they worked hard for? Shit, I'm all well happy for you. Because if he's that close to reach out and touch you, I'm here. I am here. Don't you worry. I'm not going nowhere. Alright, and then of course, number 3, tend to your own lane. Everybody's journey is different. There is a group of people out here where when they do move on, they're not mad, they're not upset. I guess you could say they feel indifferent, but that's only because everybody's pace of learning is different. Sometimes, the mental is the slowest thing to catch up to us emotionally. And sometimes it's the other way around. The thing is, though, when it's like that, are you sprinting or are you power walking? Because you don't make that many damn mistakes. You damn sure don't fall that much if you know what you're doing. And if you're showing up power walking, yeah, how the hell you trip? Jesus, that's like you tripping up the steps. But I'm just saying, that's just how it feels to me. It's just like, if everything's moving so fast and you're not able to make decisions that are healthy for yourself, all because the decisions that you make, you want the outcome to really reflect the people that you're around? What about you? When you in the mirror, bitch, around the people of you, how are you doing? Are you okay? I mean, I'm just asking. But when we find ourselves having friends, we got to be sure that, you know, on any given day we watch Lion King, this motherfucker won't turn into a hyena on my ass. You got to pay attention to those type of things, because there is a difference between following the crowd, being in the crowd, influencing the crowd, motivating the crowd, inspiring the crowd. What are you doing? Because if all y'all doing is fighting like them two damn fox on my damn thumbnail, they ain't the type of like-minded people you think they are. You wish they were. But decisions, choices will say a lot when it comes to their actions. Because actions are influenced by words, thoughts, and feelings. And if someone has a crab or con mentality, but they're sitting there trying to be your friend, have any type of relation with you, you gotta understand, sometimes those little things like that, they make a hell of difference when you go back and you check yourself. Because if someone's gonna be in the group of like-mindedness with you, and yet every time you turn around they're just spitting out straight negativity, they're not as like-minded as you think. Potential and reality, man. I'm just saying. But that's what I have for right now. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you also hit that notification bell, so that way you know when I post all of my tea talks. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.